Big Ramy put on an incredible performance to win the 2021 Mr. Olympia and defend his title. Ramy is by far the most popular bodybuilder to ever come from the Egypt. This is evidenced by the warm welcome he has received after winning both of his Mr. Olympia titles, as well as the fact that his hometown decided to name a square after Considering how impressive Big Ramy looked last year, it is going to be interesting to see what a long prep season will do to help him retain his title again. If he can shore up some of the weak areas that fans and critics pointed out from the 2021 Mr. Olympia, he will likely be unstoppable for the foreseeable future. But don't take my word for it. Ronnie predicted himself that he will be having his own bodybuilding era very soon.
I think the next guy coming up, I think it's going to be Ramy, because he got that physique that some of them guys ain't going to be able to attain, because he's so far ahead. And I think it's going to be Ramy, and you know, everybody's going to have their own era for the most part.
Not only that, Ronnie Coleman said, since Ramy happens to work with Chad Nichols, this journey would be nothing but a cakewalk for Ramy.
Have the same coach that took you to 8 Olympia titles, Chad Nichols.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of people are talking about. They think that was the missing ingredient.
I heard Chad was working with him.
Yeah.
So I knew right then and there it was going to be a big change. You know, it started at the Arnold, because he was working with him at the Arnold Classic too.
Right.
And that was the best he probably ever looked in a while. And I said, it's just going to only get better. You know, because that's the same thing that I did. You know, I was working with Chad, Night of Champions in Canada, and those few shows leading up to the Olympia. You know, that same year I won the Olympia, and I just got better. You know, as I went on into the Olympia. You know?
In the eyes of many, Ronnie Coleman is the greatest bodybuilder of all time. However, he will be the first to inform you that this may also not have happened without the assistance of his trainer, Chad Nichols. He said he was just a few weeks out of the show when he received pictures from Ronnie of his physique, and upon seeing those and showing them to a few people, everyone agreed that nobody could stop the future legend. On the other hand, Big Ramy appeared in 2017 Olympia and performed well against Phil Heath. A 7-time champion, he finished second in this competition before falling to 6th the very next year. He did not compete during the 2019 Olympia, and Brandon Curry took home the prize. In 2020, Big Ramy was able to top both Brandon Curry and Phil Heath. Since becoming a pro in 2012, Big Ramy has won 5 competitions. This includes his first as a pro at the 2013 New York Pro. He has competed in 7 Olympia thus far, so he knows what to expect heading in. If Big Ramy is at his best, he will be difficult to beat. We did not see many physique updates leading up to the competition, and that is because preparation did not begin until 3 months before Big Ramy was set to step on stage. He remained in great shape, but Nicholas revealed that he was 327 pounds at the time the pictures were taken. During the Olympia press conference, Big Ramy weighed in at 305 pounds. He looked rock solid on stage, and it looked like a physique that was training all year. That was not the case. Chad Nichols shares that Big Ramy did not train from December 2020 when he won his first Olympia until July 2021.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to step on, big man? Why not?
Take off your shoes, please.
Listen, we're here to show the world what's going on.
Can you take off your shoes, my friend?
No, leave the shoes on.
Yeah, everybody's talking about weights.
Now, where's this weight come up here? How do we even know? Oh, you got it there. Okay, here we go.
You got it?
Now, keep in mind, he's holding a microphone. Okay, so. Oh, it's going to come up on the screen. There we go. All right, Big Ramy, let's see what you got.
15. He said,
I don't know. Dan, can we give out a VIP package if somebody guesses it? Like a. There we go. We got weight coming up? 398. What's that say? Good. It says get off. 305 pounds?
This is shocking, and when looking at the shape that he was in, it was quite surprising. This might be why Big Ramy's victory was a bit controversial this year. In 2020, there was no doubt who the champion was. The time around, many believed that there were competitors in better shape. Brandon Curry finished second this year, while Hadi Choopan was third. There were talks that Choopan was in the best shape and had the best conditioning this year. In the end, it was Big Ramy who celebrated for second straight year. Chad Nichols continued by saying that Big Ramy will be training for 14 months leading up to the next year's competition. This should make fans excited about what they could see in 2022. But if there is one person that's a threat to Big Ramy and can take him down, would be Hadi Choopan, no doubt. Bodybuilding legends Lee Haney, Robbie Robinson, and Milo Sarcev all agreed that Hadi Choopan impressed them most at the 2021 Mr. Olympia.
But I did that because I still have my dream. I dream it for that every day, and I have to bring that to my home one day, and I do it. And everyone do it one day. Thank you guys, thank you so much.
There are some fans out there that feel like his conditioning was so good that he deserved to be the winner and beat out the two previous Olympia champs. In the end, it was the same issue that typically plagues Hadi Choopan, which got in the way yet again. His size, whether you feel it fair or unfair, it is hard for him to compete against people who are that much larger than he is, even with his unreal conditioning. Therefore, there was quite a scare at the beginning of this year. Hadi Choopan posted a message on Instagram that had many wondering if he was retiring from the sport. Hadi Choopan was a 212 division competitor before making his open debut at the 2019 Mr. Olympia, where he placed third. He became incredibly popular since, so retiring didn't quite make sense, and his coach Hani Rambat came forward to squash those rumors. Now the message that Hadi Choopan posted was in Persian, so it had to be translated, and it's easy to see how it could be misinterpreted. Although based on the translation, it's not hard to see why some would think the worst, but either way, it was clear that he was expressing frustration with his country of Iran, because what he said was a lack of support and respect. But then not long after, he shared a video on his YouTube channel.
The answer to that question, no. Hadi Choopan is not retiring. He sent over his check-in pictures to me this morning.
CEO of Evogen Nutrition, Rambo, took the YouTube channel where he explained a little about the situation. He said Hadi Choopan is not retiring. He sent me his check-in pictures this morning. He then went on to say that because of the translation, there was a lot of rhetoric regarding what it meant. Nevertheless, when it comes down to Big Ramy, Hani Rambat was not impressed. As he stated in a post-Olympia interview from Muscular Development, there has been a portion of the bodybuilding community who believes that Hadi Choopan was robbed of victory at the 2021 Mr. Olympia. As I previously stated, Hani Rambat seems to think he knows why this is the case. The package that Big Ramy brought to the stage in 2020 to win the Olympia title was undoubtedly one of the better physiques ever seen. However, Hani Rambat says that there was no real improvements made from last year to this year, and if anything, Big Ramy looked a little worse. The iconic coach explained that part of what made Big Ramy's 2020 physique so impressive was how ripped he was. However, with that shredded package not being evident in 2021, he does not think Big Ramy was as good as he could have been. He also said Big Ramy's been very, very good for a while, but I think last year he had his breakout year for multiple reasons. He was more ripped last year than this year. Now, if he is bigger this year, he might have been. I personally like a more ripped physique to be able to show off the separation. That's his strategy, is what Hani Rambod would be implying when it comes to Hadi Choopan, as he explained that a few pounds of muscle go a long way with Hadi Choopan, so it is easy for him to lose his proportions by bulking up. So the two are going to work on improving the fullness of the muscle while only adding small amounts of mass. It's a long road for him because the past two Olympias were frustrating for Hadi Choopan as the travel ban made it hard for him to get a visa to compete in the United States. The Olympia team worked diligently to get him approved, and although it wasn't easy, we did get to see him compete on the Olympia stage, and he is easily became a crowd favorite.
This is the matchup in comparison we want, which leaves Hadi and Bonac.
Nevertheless, rivalries can enhance any athletic endeavor. It brings a storyline to proceedings and gives the competitors that much more motivation to walk away with the victory. Rivalries with the right amount of emotional drama can make fans invest in the events far more than if things were just amicable. Friendly rivalries are fine and add an extra element to the competition, but the weight of events doesn't quite have that same explosive tension that Bad Blood offers. To let y'all know, if someone wants to reach out to me for promotions, email me at theknowledgementor@gmail.com.